Zach and Brandon.
Zach and Brandon.
Zach and Brandon.
And this is Completely Biased.
Completely biased.
Completely biased.
With Zach and Brandon.
And away we go.
Hey, Zach.
Hey, Brandon.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Are you doing okay?
I'm doing pretty good. We had a little bit of a discussion at the top of the hour.
Oh, yeah. We're just pre-recording meeting.
Yeah. Going off of stuff that irks you or something.
100%. Just what did you say? It's pet peeves?
Pet peeves, yeah.
Yeah, pet peeves.
Mine is, okay, we had
about each other, right?
About each other,
About
yeah.
each other. So we're going through a little difficult part of our relationship. Just preference. To all our friends, we're okay. The romance is okay.
Seeing a couples counselor, but we're good.
Exactly. It's going okay.
We're getting better, but
Trying to.
we had a debate. Okay, you remember that topic? The 73 of y'all that listen to the podcast, thank God bless y'all.
Like and subscribe. We love you guys.
Buy the Cash App.
Love the fans.
You know, it's that we were having a debate on Answer the Internet, and I brought up the thing of would you rather have $1 million or hit every green light for the rest of your life?
Very heated debate.
Yeah.
Probably, honestly, the best debate we've had so far in the history of this podcast.
And I've said my piece because I didn't get into depth because I didn't want the mood to get into it, and I've brought it up several times with our friends, and I held back.
And to clarify on one thing that we stated in this podcast, when we went back to our friends, you said on this podcast...
They did. I swear to God they did.
Okay, but we're just
I swear to God, because I remember...
For preference, when we were discussing it on the podcast in the past, Brandon said that two of our friends were on his side.
They did.
When in fact we met up, the next time we met up with our friends and brought it up as conversation, they were on my side, which I said from the beginning. So I'd hate to say I told you so.
No,
but
because I remember, because one of our friends specifically said it'll be so nice because you could get to go to work on time early every time, and you get to you get to go home early every time. I remember them saying that. Okay. Don't call me a liar because I have a really good memory.
I got you.
Okay?
Anyway, get to the.
Okay.
Get to
But we were
get to what
talking-
irks you, Brandon.
We were talking about that. I think I've said my point pretty clearly behind the camera.
100%.
And-
You said it on the air, your point.
But it wasn't to the extent of what I was really trying to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the whole point of that, let me just clarify and then I'll get into it. The whole point of that was, would you rather look at the big picture, which is very appetizing up front, the $1 million? That looks very appetizing. But if you really look at the every green light and you can look at the very little details, yeah, sure, they're really hard and they're always going to be hard to get, but they're always achievable. If you look at the every green light, and you have to work for a living, you can make $1 million if you work hard enough. Granted, you guys made the point of, you know how hard it is to make $1 million? It's like, yeah, but it's achievable. And you asked me how many people I know that make $1 million, and I gave you a pretty good goddamn list of like 17 people.
It's more than I know, to be honest.
It's like, but there's people out there. Every
right.
celebrity every actor, every artist, every football player, they make $1 million. You know why? Because they worked hard as fucking shit. And you gave me the point.
But the percentages for that also are very low. Don't get me wrong with that.
There still are percentages.
You're right.
And those are just people who are famous. You can look at the fucking CEOs of banks. You can look at the people living down the street who are having investors. All the people I listed, besides like the one person who was the hockey player, all of them were just behind the scenes local people that you would not know are $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I don't know where I was going with that.
I don't know where you're going with this. Get to what irks you,
this is the point I was trying. And they're like, yeah, sure, the big picture of $1 million looks appetizing, right?
Yes.
But if you look at the small picture, you can make $1 million or even more. And then at the end of it, you're hitting every green light. That's all I was trying to say. Look at the little pictures. It's the little details that stick with people. It's the little things that get you the big picture right. Anyway, that's the whole thing I was trying to point across. But y'all were kept interrupting me. You know what? You were interrupting me, and it was just
I will preface when I actually get into debates, and I'm not much of a debater.
Yeah.
You would say probably, but when I get into those debates, I go full Stephen A. Smith mode where I just totally block out everybody else. And whenever I want to say something, I will say it and interrupt. And be a dick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a dick when I get in that debating mode. And just completely, I'll scream louder than you, even if I'm not right. I will admit that.
Yeah.
And that can, in this case, piss people off.
Yeah, and I was trying to keep my cool because we were hanging out. And, I was like, guys, like, can you let me finish my point? Like, I was like, Zach, can you let me finish my point? And he kept, every time I was It's like, but if you do this, and all of a sudden you'd be like, I'll be living in my house, making a lot of money. It's like, I was really wanting to say, would you shut the fuck up and let me finish my fucking point, you fucking dick. But I was really on the outside like, I see that. Like, it's fine. That's cool. Fine. Your opinion's right.
Couples counseling.
In reality, I was like, can you shut the fuck up and let me finish my fucking point?
Yeah.
Because it was pissing me. I don't like being interrupted. Granted, I do it sometimes, but like if I'm debating.
Oh, yeah, you do it. Don't get me wrong. You do it too.
I do. But I always try to make a conscious effort when we're having a debate. I'll let you finish your point. If I feel like I'm about to blurt something out, I accidentally blurt it out and I stop myself and hold my hands up. At least I try to. You know what I mean? So like,
you in debates, and now I'll get my piece in.
Okay, go ahead.
You in debates, well, it's basically slamming your head against the wall on the same topic. Whether you're right or wrong, you will non-stop keep beating the bush. Is that the right term?
Beating the hammer. Or hammering.
Anyway, you keep going on to say that you will not stop. You are relentless, which is one thing I respect about you. But when you're having a debate, you keep fucking going. It drives me insane.
Yeah, because that's the point I'm trying to get across. Like, and the reason why I'm hammering it in is because you keep fucking interrupting me.
You see? I get louder because you keep going back to the same thing.
But see, now we're in a paradox.
See, exactly.
Yeah, we're in a fucking paradox. Like,
I wonder what our therapist thinks about that.
They have a lot of things to worry about.
Besides that, my biggest pet peeve is when we're going to the gym and you take the long way. That's the only
think
other
about it.
I know you don't, but I think about it. As someone would say on the podcast, it's the little things.
Yeah, it's the little things in life, isn't it? That's example fucking A.
Hey, there you go.
If you stub your toe on a fucking corner table, you're gonna be more pissed off if you dropped a fucking a vase because you're in pain. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But you know what I
pulled
mean.
that one out of your ass.
It's like, okay, would you rather... Okay, like I said, would you rather have a piece of tape right here, right? You have the tape, and you keep wanting to use the tape.
Oh, we're doing this again.
You keep wanting to use the tape, but it keeps folding up on itself. Like, you can't... You pull it out, you clip it off, and all of a sudden the tape rolls up, and it keeps folding out, so you can't use the piece of tape. Yeah. Would you rather have that, the most annoying thing in the goddamn world, or just not have a piece of tape? Like, and not have a roll of tape?
I guess I'd have the piece of tape.
No, because then you can't use it. You have it.
We're getting back into this paradox where you're beating down the bush. We're going through the same thing.
You have the piece of tape, but you can't use it because it keeps fucking up.
Okay.
That's annoying as fuck.
I'm sorry. Let me fix my mic. See, we're falling off the rails.
At least if you have the tape, like you don't have the tape, like, all right, that's fucking annoying. But if you have it, like, oh my fucking God, this thing is pissing me off.
Imagine someone listening to this that skips through to like 8 minutes and it's just you ranting about
The tape.
It's just, what the hell is he talking about? I hope somebody
I'm
does.
very pissed off about little things.
That's all right. That's all right. Little things work in the long run.
Yeah, the little things make the big picture work. That's
Exactly.
yeah.
So with us, we really just let it all out there.
Yeah, because like our friends are great debaters. You're a great debater. Like I'll give them credit.
I'm not a great debater.
No, like you. I mean, you. Besides interrupting, your stance on your point is firm. You know what you mean, and you're open to other ideas. You just got to work on the interrupting part. My idea, feel like I'm pretty good at debates. I just hammer in one point and I get stuck at one
100%.
point because I feel like I'm not getting it across. Our other friends are great at debates. I'll give them that.
100%.
It's just I don't like being interrupted.
Me with debates, though, is I don't like being in a debate. And I know when we were having a conversation, it's spur of the moment, so this rarely happens. I like having facts, loaded into clips, ready to go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not good with the spur of the moment debate on, random topics like that go on in our country.
Yeah.
So I have to have research, have it prepared, and so I can always have a comeback, I guess. So that's the biggest thing I struggle with debates. And obviously screaming at the top of my lungs.
You got to keep the calm voice.
But that's me being competitive. You know how competitive I am. We're sitting there.
Yeah, we're competitive.
We're sitting there in the car having the random Spotify shuffle guess the
God
song.
damn. You blow my fucking eardrums out.
Oh, yeah, because for some reason, it's not even who's the quickest. If you're the loudest,
Yeah.
you win. And you'll sit there and a thing will play, and you'll sit there, hey there, Delilah. And I'll sit there like, hey there, Delilah, play.
Yeah. You and everybody else is, Delilah. I'm like, that's Hey there, Delilah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I know it and I'm quick, but you guys just, Delilah.
We're competitive. We got to
Yeah.
get it out of
I
the
respect
system.
that.
100%.
That's why when we do 1v1s, we are the most heated people you don't want to see in 1v1s.
I feel like, yeah, to an extent, because we don't like to,
We don't like to get beat.
100%.
And for those who don't know, 1v1s is a football thing where you have a corner and receiver.
Me and Brandon still think we're eventually going to be D1 athletes one day. So
You see my speed. I'm 5 flat 40.
I got the height. I'm the tight end. Titans, if you need a tight end to back up Johnny, I'm your man.
Here's the thing that always pisses me off, by the way, in 1v1s. Now that you mentioned your height.
Oh,
okay?
God. Here we go. The excuses. I can't fix my genetics.
I'm always in position. I feel like I'm always in good position, right? In press coverage, I'm
just a different breed.
Shut the fuck up. I always feel like I'm in good position, right? I'm always there on the ball. I feel like I have a chance. You just fucking have vice grips, and it pisses me off.
Well,
my dad thinks you're fucking Randy Moss out there.
That's what really grinds your gears, as the boomers would say.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm in perfect position. I make the same exact fucking, maybe even better. Like, I go over the top.
Please let me explain it. Please let me explain it. So whenever this is really going to make him mad. When we run our 1v1, I can't talk, 1v1 routes, me versus him, we alternate, obviously. And it'll be a play where I run, let's say, post. That's my money route, the post. Titans, if you're listening, post. I'll run a post, standard pitch and catch. If I catch it, your dad, who is always our quarterback, which, by the way, we're looking for a new quarterback, please. Anybody with a capable arm. Your dad will throw it.
Arm.
Yeah, anybody with an arm. It can be just one. We don't care. But anyway, your dad will throw it. I'll catch it. It'll be a normal pitch. Wow, what a catch!
Yeah.
Way to go! And then Brandon will go, and I'll give him credit. You're one of the best route runners I've seen.
Thank you.
Just being in general, you're that perfect slot receiver. You'll run a play where you break me down, and I don't fall. Don't get me wrong, you've never broken me.
No, I've broken you.
You gonna let me talk?
Sorry.
You've never broken me. Anyway, you'll get past me by like 5 to 10 yards. I will say that because you've got the speed, but you've never broken me. But anyway, you'll do that. You'll beat me on the route, be open by a substantial margin. You'll catch the pass. Dad says nothing.
That was good D.
Or you'll make a catch where you've done it before where I tip it, which drives me insane, or I tip it and then you catch it off the bounce. Good defense. You almost had it. And I can see it in your eyes how much it pisses you off that your dad shows favoritism to me.
Yeah.
And me being me and competitive, I just milk it in front of you, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah. It's just like, I'll go out of my way. Like, I'll make the catch, like, you'll be running over me, and I somehow at 5'6", teabag a 6'3", dude, like, over your head. I'm like, Zach, you were almost there. Like, you almost had it. That was good D. And then all of a sudden, you make a standard slant catch when I'm backed off 10 yards. Like, oh my God.
Oh, my favorite.
Who's Randy Moss out here?
Exactly. When you back up 10 yards in coverage and your dad's just like, run a slant, which we have an unwritten rule.
You don't run slants.
You don't run slants. You don't run tiny underneath drag routes. You don't run bubble screen. You don't run any of that BS. But we do it anyway. Just your dad loves it. And Brandon, how does that make you feel?
It pisses me off.
So, Mr. Kelly, if you're listening, Scotty, love you. Keep doing what you're doing. Best QB out there.
Yeah, in the flag league. Yeah, me and my dad had 2 touchdown passes in one game in the flag league.
To each other?
Against the Kurdistans.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I guess so.
I think they were called the Kurdistans.
It's one of the teams we played against in our flag league where...
Which is another thing. That's a whole nother world.
What you mean?
The flag league. We forgot. We haven't talked about the flag league we do.
Yeah, I know. Well, we haven't done the flag league well. That's
a story.
I know.
We've won 1 game out of 16.
So if there's any athletes out there that love flag football and are in the Williamson County area, please join our squad.
We have fun.
We do have fun.
That's our promotion. We have fun.
Exactly.
To the extent.
Now, speaking of football, last week we finally had, I think, at least, something normal for once, where you and I, first off, we went back to our old school, Franklin High.
Oh, yeah.
Go Rebs.
Oh,
no, not go Rebs.
Admirals.
Go Admirals, which that's a whole nother topic we could have, the newly named Franklin Admirals. But we went back to school to an extent and watched, they had their first football game, which is the first sporting event for me that I've been to since February, I think. I don't know about you, but for me it's been December. Yeah, okay. It felt really good to be back in the stands, watching football, seeing competition live. It was a bit of a weird environment, I would say. What do you think about what we did Friday night?
I had a good time.
Okay. Well, that concludes this episode.
Yeah, I had a good time. It was like I had to think about it for a second. I always liked high school games because I played for 6 months on the high school team before I hurt my back. But I liked seeing the atmosphere and watching the stuff I used to do for a little bit. And we got to sit on the sidelines, like the very edge of the end zone, the back corner of the end zone, and that was cool because we saw the pick six. There was a pick six on a fumbled field goal that came our way towards us, which was cool.
Last but I've got it on video, so if you see Zach Crutcher on Twitter, follow on Twitter. You could see that. Pretty nice. Not a great video because it's me screaming halfway through, I got the video.
And it's probably me screaming, you should have kicked it, even though they
that's on
the
there.
ball.
You should have kicked it. But no, it was fun. High school is just so, high school football is so nostalgic.
Yeah.
Because it's the, I don't know, there's just something about it. The competition, it's genuine. NFL, they're doing it for money. College, you could also make the case they're doing it just to get to the NFL. But high school, they're doing it just because they love the game.
Yeah.
There's something cool about that. Now, it was interesting being there with, obviously, there were COVID restrictions. We had to go in a mask, which for me, wearing a mask and I wore glasses, which was a very stupid decision because as fellow glasses wearers know, it's very, very hard to wear a mask and glasses at the same time because it fogs up your eyes. Not to mention that it was also pouring down rain, so that made it insanely difficult to watch football.
Also, I looked like freaking Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold.
I don't know who those people are.
School shooters.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? Like, I looked like a fucking
Oh,
sketchy
yeah, well, you
dude.
were wearing a giant... wearing my jacket, not a big deal.
I apologize for my joke, by the way.
Exactly. But, and then the COVID stuff made the environment a little weird just because they had to spread everybody out. Kind of interesting that they didn't have the student section spread out. The band they're normally right next to the student section. They were down in the end zone, more spread out. Very dull, I would say the atmosphere was. Very quiet, minus the muffled student section speaker that was playing rap hits from 2017.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually, it was fun watching football again, but at the same time, it was kind of boring.
To an
Because
extent.
the atmosphere wasn't there, like you
Well,
said.
and also it wasn't that competitive a game.
It was just like 8 drop screens.
Oh, yeah. And that also is a thing where they only had like 2.5 weeks of practice, I think. So that shouldn't come with catching the ball. But they're also, when you mix sloppy conditions, we talked about it during the game, kickoff coverage was bad.
Yeah.
Like the tackling, there was a lot of missed tackles, I thought at least. But hey, it was football.
Yeah.
And that's something that we haven't seen. Well, I guess, it's normal time, that it's always been the February to August, it's always been that way, but it was different this time around, just with all that's gone on in the world. It was, like I said earlier, it's nice to have some normalcy.
Yeah, it was fun. Like, I had a good time. Like I had a great time, but
Yeah.
it was just cool being there. Like, getting to go back inside, And,
That was weird, man.
Hearing the songs they were playing too was from our time, like you said, it's 2017, 2016, which was cool from the student section. Mm-hmm. That was our songs.
They're playing homage to us, let's be real.
Yeah, like our
They
time,
knew we were in the building.
our time in the student section. And they were playing songs when they were 3 years old, which was weird. From when we were in 7th grade, they were 3 or something like the 9th graders were.
Like songs that we listened to in like 5th and 6th grade, like TikTok by Kesha, Empire State of Mind by Jay-Z,
They were-
We Are Young by Fun. What happened to Fun, man?
The freshmen were 2 and 3 when that song came out.
Which blows my mind. I don't know about you, but it completely blows my mind. And what also blew my mind is when we were walking around the school and they had a rain delay, so we had like an hour and a half to just walk around literally an hour and a half, just walk around the school. Seeing the size of those kids.
Yeah, I thought one of them was 12.
Exactly. And it just puts into perspective, like we were that small at Franklin High.
Yeah, and I don't think about it like that. Like I thought I was a freaking top shit when I was in 9th grade. Mm-hmm. Even though I was
Because when you're in high school and you go to the football games and you look at the middle school kids that are running around playing catch in the end zone, you're like, oh, those guys are short. That was me. And it's just crazy how time passes like it does.
Yeah.
Like I've told you before, my niece, who is 10 now, when I was 10 is when she was born. So I've hit that stage where it completely blows my mind to where I'm not getting old per se.
No, we're before our prime.
I know, but I mean, it's just time's going, man.
I know.
It's a crazy thing to think about.
Yeah, it's scary. It's not
scary.
It's just scary how fast it feels
100%.
when you look back at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what else you got?
How about those Red Sox? Anyway, but it was just cool seeing football is back.
100%. And hopefully there's technically college football this weekend. Like Central Arkansas versus Austin P. JP Petarse.
He's still there?
I mean, we'd be technically seniors, so yeah, I think he'd still be there. That just hit you?
I knew we were seniors. It's just weird to think that this is like the last wave of our kids being in football. Our kids,
People our age.
Yeah.
Like Mitch Rossi at Ohio State's a senior now.
Wow.
It's crazy to think of. That's still the best team I think Franklin's had.
Or the 2003 team.
Well,
Apparently
2003 we were like 4.
yeah, but that's still like they went to the state championship or something.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
The QB1. You know who that is in the cast. If you remember whose nickname was that. You remember cast?
No.
Plisky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had that was people have no idea who the hell we're talking about, but our high school team, our senior year team was like number 1 in our conference, and
100%.
I wish that people, because our team now unfortunately is not that great or recent.
Yeah,
memory.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt really good watching them play Friday, but then I looked it up and I realized the team they were playing went 1-9 last year. Yeah, and so the coach got fired, so it was a completely start of a new era. For them, at least. Siegel, I think it was. So, I don't know. I think they're going to get stomped this week because they play, like, Riverdale.
They're usually, like, top 3.
Exactly. So, we'll see. I'd love for them to do well. Don't get me wrong. It's always nice when your local high school team, does well, but who knows?
Who knows?
So,
yeah. I hope the best for them.
But we're getting there. High school's starting. Not in Metro, which is a crazy thing. Because, Metro, I don't know what's going on. Not doing public school can't play, but private schools are going to start to play, which that doesn't seem really fair. Titans obviously aren't going to have fans for the first. I think their first 3 games now aren't going to have fans because Denver's not doing it and Minnesota's not doing it, and then obviously the Titans aren't doing it. I think that's going to play a factor. Vandy's not going to have fans more than likely. Now, granted, they don't have a first game till October, so we'll see. Tennessee is going to have fans, 25%. Ole Miss is going to have fans, 25%. The road trip is still a possibility. Alabama still has 25%. I think majority is going to do 25%. It's just going to be weird, man.
At least there's someone, though.
No, 100%.
It's not cardboard cutouts and teddy bears and shit.
Oh, it's going to be like that for the NFL, majority. I think the only team that I've seen that isn't doing that is, like, the Dolphins.
Okay.
Which there's like 13,000 Dolphin fans anyway.
I was about to say, they probably fill up the lower deck anyway, or the lower bowl.
Exactly. But it's crazy to think of 2 weeks from Thursday.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Yeah.
2 weeks from tomorrow, it starts back up.
Hell yeah. Freaking college should be next Saturday.
There's some small games that are coming on, but you're not going to... Like, the biggest game is like BYU and Navy.
Who gives a fuck?
Hey. Respect the Navy, man. Respect Navy.
The midshipman or whatever?
Yeah, man. They had that one guy...
oh, yeah, that one guy.
No, don't give me that. Malcolm Perry. He was like a good...
Oh, yeah, that one guy.
Don't disrespect the Navy, man. They have that one Hawaiian coach,
Who's their coach?
I could see him. I can see him.
Yeah.
No, don't disrespect the Navy. Roger Staubach.
You could... Yeah, Roger
Hall
Staubach.
of Famer Roger Staubach.
Heisman, yeah. 2-time Super Bowl champion.
Don't disrespect the name.
Well, who's the coach?
See, the first thing that popped in my head, I know it's not the name. Hideki Matsuyama. But I know
You could have said that. I would have believed you.
That's the golfer. I can see him, though. He's like Hawaiian.
I know, but you could have said that. You could have said Dan Smith, and I'm like, okay, because I don't know who the fuck the coach is.
I got to know, though.
It's got to be like Drinking Whale, whatever that dude's name
Oh,
is.
the dude from Missouri. We still don't know his
Yeah,
name.
Drinking Whale, Drinking Whale.
Ken Niumatalolo.
Ken Matalut.
Ken Niumatalolo.
Ken Niumatalolo.
Yeah, see?
Okay, he did not look like I was picturing him looking like that.
I just remember because I watched I'm like, every year I get so invested, like, I'm going to watch the Army-Navy game this year. And then I get like 5 minutes into the first quarter and I realize
Your
it's
head's
just
drooping.
Yeah, you take a little nap because it's just they're running triple option football for 2.5 hours.
When I heard that name, I thought of something completely different.
What you think of? So you
like
can't just say that.
Bahamut, whatever that Disney movie is.
What?
The Mahalu.
Moana?
Moana.
I've
Yeah.
never seen. I've seen it bits and pieces.
I instantly thought of the character Drain the Rock Johnson played.
What can I say?
Big ass guy.
Oh yeah. Okay, that can spin. So, is that Pixar?
I don't fucking know.
Well, Moana.
I thought it was Disney.
Isn't Disney and Pixar the same thing?
Yeah, but they still put the Pixar logo up.
What?
Because it's owned by Disney because Pixar still makes movies, but Pixar is owned by Disney. So, like, I said the same thing like three times.
So, is it a Pixar movie?
Yeah, Zach, I thought it was Disney.
Okay, well, I don't know.
You're not going to get it out of it. I can look it up.
I'm trying to, have a conversation here.
I can look it up.
Because now we can do
Moana.
Moana. M-O-A-N-A, I think, or N-N-A.
I missed all of it. Moana.
Moana. It's not that. You sound like you're struggling to say Moana.
Moana. Fuck, why am I struggling? Sorry. Moana. There we go. I got it. All right. 2016. That was that long ago.
No.
An hour and 53 minutes. 95% of Rotten Tomatoes. 4.9%.
Is it a Disney or Pixar movie?
Directed by Ron Clements.
Is it a Disney?
See, that's the problem. I can't find it. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Composed by Elenia.
No
Who
one
the fuck made it. I can't see it. I'm getting everything. Language is English. I could have guessed that.
That's fantastic.
Walt Disney Animation Studios.
Okay, so it's not Pixar.
See, I was right.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
So this leads into. I've never seen that movie. Have you?
Oh. Why the fuck would I watch Moana?
I don't know. I maybe would have thought I'd seen it just based on my niece, but I haven't. I've seen Frozen. Frozen was all right.
Yeah, no, I didn't feed in that because our 9th grade year was Frozen's good year.
Yeah. Well, there were still like chicks freshman year that were all in on Frozen.
That's why I didn't watch it.
That's probably why you should have watched it. Conversation starter. Like,
I'm not gonna. I was
hey.
in my Macho Man days.
Your Macho Man
Yeah,
days freshman in high school.
Yeah, I was trying to be a hard ass. You can ask Dawson. I was trying to be a hard ass in freshman
yeah.
year. He'll ask you to tell you firsthand.
My question now, we can do a Mount Rushmore, I guess, sort of. All right to go to part of my take. Big Cat, PFT. Childhood movies. Think about it. Don't just blurt out that
I
first
got my
answer.
first one.
You got your first one? All right.
School of Rock.
I was thinking like animated. but,
Okay.
But no. If that's what you, I mean.
I watched the hell out of that.
I was thinking more animated movies, but if School of Rock's your choice, School of Rock's your choice.
No, we can go animated.
Okay, you can still have the first pick. Do you want me to go first?
Go ahead.
First one that came to mind for me, which I don't think you saw this one or you liked this one, was Lion King.
It's all right. Like I thought.
Wow.
I don't like that kind. I don't like the musical Disney, like Little Mermaid.
I don't like Little Mermaid either. Don't get me wrong, but
don't like-
Lion King just hits different.
I just don't like the musical. I hate musicals.
But you love music.
There's a difference between music and dancing with music and smiling constantly when you're dancing.
It's a good story, man. Can you feel
Yeah,
the
they're
love tonight? Animals don't dance like
a
that.
meerkat, like going
Timon
crazy.
and Pumbaa are iconic.
Yeah, but like I'm not gonna watch people on stage.
It's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Do you think? Okay, the reason why I don't like musicals is because you really think me and you having a discussion, and also I start.
Me and you having a discussion.
It's like this. Like me and you were talking about flag football, right? And also
Yeah.
I'm like, Zach, I don't feel good, right? I don't feel like I could try. Like, and also we started having a choreographed dance, and fucking 50 people walk out of nowhere and start dancing with us. It doesn't make any
So
sense.
you didn't like High School Musical, I'm assuming.
No, it's nostalgic.
Yeah.
And
it's
like,
good.
I liked it because I was a 6-year-old kid, but mainly because Ashley Tisdale and Vanessa Hudgens were in there, and I was just now discovering girls. But like I don't want to. It's like, okay, these two people are talking in a room, and all of a sudden 50 people just walk out of nowhere and start grooving it up with them. Like, where the fuck did they come from? They're in their house. It just takes me out of the moment, and I just hate the the voices they
It's
sing.
not all positive in Lion King. I mean, one of the saddest scenes you can make in cinema
No, that's sad.
is when Mufasa dies. Spoiler for anybody that's never seen Lion King. First off, what the hell are you doing? But second off, yeah, Mufasa dies.
But like, you know what I mean?
There's a powerful love scene with the two lions. The Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
Yeah, but like, you know what? Okay, here's an example. Me and my dad went to go see Rocket Man, right? Me and my mom and my dad. for my birthday because we were like Bohemian Rhapsody was great.
Happy birthday.
We were like, it was Bohemian
But you like
Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody, though.
Yeah, but that wasn't a freaking musical. I thought Rocket Man was going to be like Bohemian Rhapsody because I was like, okay, this is a documentary about a musician's life.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there, and it was like the first 5 minutes, and Austin was like, I remember when I was like, oh my God, no. Don't make this a musical. And they just, and like everybody, the walls will opened up, and he was somehow in London,
Production.
England. Yeah, and then also he's in London, England, like grooving along in 1945. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
It just takes me on the moment, and I hate everybody smiling like intensely.
So you hate Grease, probably?
No, I like Grease. There's certain musicals.
What the fuck's the difference?
There's certain musicals I like for some reason. Like,
Because I love, you know that, I love Grease.
No, that's your like I like Rocky Horror, like because that's a weird fucking movie. Grease is nostalgic for me because when I was a kid, my mom used to watch Grease all the time. So like I associate that with being a kid.
That's like the only musical I can ever think of that was Grease. Like I don't think about the, what's the one, the Jersey Boys or something, West Side Story.
Yeah, I mean I've seen West Side Story and it's fucking awful.
Never seen West Side Story.
And
And I wasn't talking about musical in general. It's just, it's different when it's like a childhood. You know what I mean? I feel like that's different than a West Side Story where they're, you know, on the streets.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck's going on?
Exactly. I feel like as a child, it's different.
Yeah, but like even as a kid, like I hated how long the songs were. Like it just didn't feel necessary. Like
Oh, I thought it was very necessary.
no.
But that's just why I'm differing opinions here on completely biased. Anyway, that's my first pick. Is Lion. Honestly, though, better movie, and it's a weird one, Lion King 1.5. You're looking at me like, what the hell? They made a Lion King. They made a Lion King 2. It was like Simba's Pride, which was, it was all right. The soundtrack slaps on it, but and then they made like, I guess Lion King was trying to, you know, sell as much Lion King as they possibly can. They made a Lion King 1.5, which was. Look, I'm dead serious. You can look it up. Lion King 1.5. It was about the life of Timon and Pumbaa and how they met, and like Timon trying to like find himself, and while he's trying to find himself, he meets Pumbaa, and then they're friends for a while. They become friends with Simba. Then they like have a parting of ways, and then they get back together. The whole plot is like Timon's looking for a home. It's really weird.
Okay.
But it's very nostalgic as a kid. Honestly, screw Lion King. My first nomination is Lion King 1.5. I remember having that on VHS.
When did it come out and when was its DVD release?
When did it come out?
And when was its DVD release?
Came out in what, like 04?
Yeah. Huh?
See, I know my Lion King.
When was the DVD release and when was the initial release date?
I don't know, 05, like March of 05?
No, it was February 9th, 2004 was the original release date. And also the initial DVD release was February 10th, 2004.
No, it didn't go in theaters.
I was about to say, because
No.
it didn't last long.
No. I just remember getting it on VHS, and there's a scene at the end where it's like they're sitting down in a movie theater. Very weird, but it's like black. I have to show you a picture because it's hard to explain. They had different Disney characters in there, like Mickey Mouse and Peter Pan. They're sitting there watching the movie, and they're like, "Who the hell are these people?" And the shit was fun. Anyway, first pick, Lion King 1.5. Nostalgic as hell for me as a kid.
I really should have been thinking.
I know. We gave you a long time to think about. If you want to say School of Rock, say School of Rock.
I mean, that is the right answer, but like, if we're doing animated, I'll go Monsters Inc.
That's a good one.
Because
That's
like
a good one. I feel like that one's underrated.
the soundtrack, and the animation and the story and the weird. The sushi. Goddamn, the sushi. The part where they eat food. The part where they eat food.
The sushi restaurant?
Yeah, the sushi restaurant.
Sushi?
Where they eat food. And I always thought that looked so goddamn good.
What are you talking about?
You know when they go on a date with the chick with snakes in her hair?
The kid?
Layla? No. What? The monster.
No.
Not the fucking kid.
I just remember the kid was wearing like an outfit where I thought, I know what you're talking about now, the Mike Wazowski like love interest.
Layla?
I guess. I haven't seen the movie in a while.
That's going to make me mad.
Mike Wazowski.
That's not her.
I know it's not her, but that's my favorite character.
Why?
I don't know. It was iconic.
The spider guy could fuck off.
What?
Scarewinks, whatever his name was. That's way off.
The purple dude? No, not the villain.
Spider.
Oh, I love the guy.
hilarious.
Welcome to the Himalayas.
Oh, yeah, the
guy that's in every Pixar
Yeti.
movie. The guy
Yeti.
that's in every Pixar movie. Plays the truck in Cars. Plays the pig in Toy Story.
he made the snow cones.
Yeah. Welcome to the Himalayas.
Yeah, for some reason the receptionist Celia,
Is that the one I'm thinking about?
Celia, she's listed in the movie document for some reason.
Let me see.
It's like released 2000.
Monsters Incorporated is the largest square factory in the Monsters
that part.
world. Yeah, it is. James P. Sullivan, played by John Goodman. One of the top. Oh.
It's for some reason it has all the movie facts, and also Cecilia is the receptionist.
That's so weird.
Like, what the fuck?
I think I know who you're talking about, though.
She's the snake lady chick with the hair. The hair is snakes.
Mike Wazowski's like love interest, like they're on a date.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Pookie Bear, whatever she says.
Yeah. Okay. I just remember, things I remember from that is obviously, welcome to the Himalayas. Mike Wazowski. We got 24 Dude with the sock on his. What a concept, though, just based off of, like, the Doors and stuff. Like, I wish I could think of something like that.
What was their motto? What was their motto in the Monsters Inc. movie? What was the company's motto? It rhymes.
Fish are friends, not food.
Wrong movie.
That's a meme.
I'm going to keep talking to fill the silence.
Gotta phone a friend.
Okay. Hello.
Hey,
What you need?
just give me the answer. I don't know.
We blank because we blank.
We scare because we
Yeah.
care. Final answer. Lock it in.
That is wrong.
What?
That is wrong.
You're lying to me.
It is actually we scare because we care. All right, but yeah, that's my first pick.
All right. Second pick. Nostalgic. Kind of a lesser known. It's another Disney movie, but it's a lesser known. It's from like I really hope I'm getting my time frame right with this, saying it's in the 80s. It's called The Rescuers.
I think that's the 60s.
It's old. But no, as a child, that was like probably one of the most nostalgic films I watched. Me and my grandpa. Just something about popping that in. It's only like an hour long. Weird concept about like rats that are like detectives. They're trying to save a little girl from like a swamp. Yeah. Really, really weird. But it's a great film. Soundtrack's pretty dope. I still remember a couple songs from as a kid. It gets really weird when they're like down, I guess, on the bayou, as they would say. And they're dealing with a bunch of like drunken redneck rats to help them save the orphan girl. Really weird. And also, and the villain's like really weird. And she's got a weird sidekick, like nerd dude that helps her out. And they have 2 giant pet alligators. It's a crazy. They were doing some heavy cocaine when they were writing the script for this movie.
It was 1977, by the way.
1977. Okay, close to the 80s. And they made a second one, but it wasn't as good, obviously. But I remember, like, instead of airplanes, they would fly like a giant,
Falcon? Seagull.
I think it was a seagull. Yeah, seagull would fly them. Just a weird movie, but it was so good. But I just can't imagine if you're like a little orphan kid and like these 2 little tiny ass rats come through the window, like, hey, we're here to save you. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Cool. But no. Okay. So rescue. I mean, it's just,
what the fuck's going on?
Exactly. Oh, that's good. But we got to get rid of we got to avoid the 2 alligators. So no big deal. It's such a crazy
That movie pitch.
Exactly. Walt Disney wasn't alive then, was he?
No, he was dead.
All right, but I mean, whoever like signed off on that is like, yeah, sure, why not? We got the budget
For Disney.
Exactly. But no, it's one of my favorite films. I need to watch it again because it's been.
I've seen it.
And
I don't remember it because I don't remember that part.
Exactly. So I just remember the one scene where like they had a giant United Nations meeting, but they was all like rats. Very weird. Like India, they had all the different countries, but they're rats. Very weird. We can learn a lot from that film.
Yeah, you
So
definitely
yeah,
can.
that's my second. That's my second pick.
All right, my second pick would have to be in the same vein of rats, but in a different strain of rats, in the form of a mouse. Can you guess it? Can you guess it?
Famous mouse.
A famous mouse. If I was a mouse who was famous, who would I be?
So the easy answer, Mickey.
No.
What
Get the
the
fuck
fuck
out
you
of
mean? Mickey Mouse is like
the
most
wrong answer.
Mickey Mouse is the most iconic mouse of all
This
time.
one's more famous, voiced by Michael J. Fox. This is way more famous than Mickey. He has his own theme park named after him.
Mickey has his own. What are you talking
But you're
about?
wrong.
What are you talking? Michael J. Fox wasn't even flushed away, was he?
No,
No,
that's
that was
not
a-
that's a rat. Okay.
Yeah. Give me a
But it's not a
Michael
mouse.
J. Fox.
Guy from Back to the Future.
Yeah, I know the guy that like weird.
Okay.
I like to apologize to
Shit.
Michael J. Fox.
Shit.
I don't know.
We both went down.
Oh, Stuart Little.
Yeah. No.
What?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I
Yeah,
was
it's
about
on
to
theme
say,
park somewhere.
what are you talking about? He's more famous. Fuck you, man.
He's definitely more famous.
Bullshit.
But if you ask a common person on the street, who would you
What are
think
you
of?
talking about?
If you say, hey, what's the first mouse you think of? Like, oh yeah, Stuart Little.
That's so full of shit. That's
It'll
stupid.
be me. I'd be the person you're asking.
There's a whole population now of kids that don't even know who Stuart Little is.
Have you been to Orlando?
Yes, I've been to Orlando. I've been to Disney World.
Have you been to Stuart Little World?
Have you been to Stuart Little World?
I have.
Where?
In Orlando.
Yeah, where in Orlando? Be specific. Which,
Fucking Orlando.
where in Orlando?
It has its own park called Epcot.
That has nothing to do with Disney.
What?
Stuart Little's not Disney.
Stuart Little is...
No,
Who the fuck makes Stuart Little? DreamWorks?
No, I don't know who makes.
Who makes Stuart Little?
I thought it was like 20th Century Fox.
That makes sense because Michael J. Fox.
No, it's just not. It's just.
It's his own company.
Let me figure it out. While I figure this out, Brandon, who are we sponsored by?
Cash App.
Please explain, because I need more time to figure out who the
Cash
hell
App,
made.
We're not sponsored by the Cash App, but if we were, we'd plug the hell out of it. Zach, you use Cash App? Yeah, I use Cash App. Yeah,
Can I not talk? Or
because you might be looking up. But yeah, Stuart Little is one of my favorite childhood movies because when I was a kid, I liked Little High, Little Ho, Little Hey, Little Ho. Whatever that
I
is.
honestly haven't seen that movie since like preschool.
I just liked the look of it. I was like,
The
feel
one
of it.
scene I remember is when he's like in the laundry chute and he's going down like exactly
Yeah.
that, and he drove the little car around
Yeah.
like late at night.
In a little while from now,
I don't know what you're talking about.
alone again, naturally. And he's
No
driving his
idea.
car.
That
around.
and the he's on the sailboat, right? There's some scene with the
he's-
sailboat.
Sailboat race.
I saw a TikTok on that where some dude went to the spot in Australia, and I was like, he flew out to Australia just to see that.
That's sad.
No, I mean you only live once. You gotta. Still trying to figure
Okay.
out. 1999. It doesn't say. 67% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's a little low.
No, I mean, Hugh Laurie was in that. All right.
Oh yeah, the guy from House.
Sure. Excuse me, not COVID. CGI and give me the company. It's off a book. That's pretty cool. Columbia Pictures. We were way off.
Yeah,
Columbia
I can see
Pictures.
it now. I can see it now. That's technically animated because Michael J. Fox is animated.
Stuart Little's animated. Michael J. Fox is just. All right, that gives me to what, my third? Mm-hmm. Kind of in the same boat as. Mm-hmm. Y'all never understand that. My third's kind of on the same, where it's like part live action, part animated.
Give me a hint. I want to see if I can guess it.
I feel like as soon as I say this line, you'll know what it is. It is arguably the greatest sports movie of all time.
Airbud?
No.
What?
No, I've never seen Airbud.
Benchwarmers? That's not
What
a
the
hell?
like animated Benchwarmers is
Rob
like
Schneider was
if we're doing
Disneyland.
non-animated though, that's one of the top childhood films. Speaking of which, you know what was on today before I came over?
Longest Yard?
Yeah.
Click was on last night.
God, I love Click.
I
Y'all don't
watched a
understand.
little bit of it.
And
Yeah.
it's an Adam Sandler
pretty
movie.
good.
It's an Adam Sandler movie. Gets weird.
Greatest football movie of
I never said football.
sports movie? Okay, thanks for responding.
Yeah, sports movie.
Space Jam.
Yeah, Space Jam. That just brings me back to it was a stretch when we had summer camp where like once a week we put in Space Jam and watch it on the VHS player, which I could tell like half the kids hated, but half like athlete kids like, yes, Space Jam, let's go. Michael Jordan. Iconic film.
Wayne Knight.
Wayne Knight?
Yeah.
I always think Newton.
No, that's
Wayne
the
Newton?
singer thing.
I don't know. The fat dude from
carry on.
Seinfeld. No, I feel like that's one of those movies. We all have those movies that you feel like you can know, like nail line for line, or you know the scenes like the back of your hand. It's one of those movies. Something about Michael Jordan, the baseball player, gets sucked down into a hole. Golf hole, by the way, with Larry Bird. Iconic cameo, not many people talk about. He plays with Bugs Bunny. Another one of those movies like, where the hell do you come up with this? And Battle of the Monstars, one of the greatest basketball games in the history of the world. Not even the world, of the galaxy. And he saved the Looney Tunes' life. It's big. And if it wasn't for Bill Murray, who knows where we'd be in the
I don't play
society.
defense.
Exactly. That and the famous, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jordan. I believe I can fly. Waving the such a weird. That and there's a subtle scene in that film where Bugs and what's the duck? Daffy?
Yeah.
Daffy Duck. They go into they go back into the real world. Michael Jordan needs his shorts to practice. He wears like lucky shorts. And he wakes the kids up in the house, and they're telling him what he's going to do. And this one kid is one line, but he owned it. Bugs Bunny's like, yeah, we're going to go. Your dad's going to help us win a basketball game. And the kid's just like, oh, right. Like 100% testosterone. And then Bugs Bunny's just like, yeah. And then they just leave. Best 3 seconds in the history of cinema.
All right.
Space Jam, number 3 on my list.
All right. I should have been thinking about number 3.
I got my number 4, but...
I should have been thinking.
always got to think.
I don't know. I'm going to go just the first one that came to my mind. A little movie that animation's god-awful.
Yeah, oh, damn it. That's
God-awful. I
That's
have
a
it
good
right
one.
over there.
That's a good one.
It's right over there. I can see it.
Damn it.
It's a little movie called Hoodwinked. I have the
Amazing.
Copy. I have my copy legit right there. I can go get it.
37 years ago,
like, oh.
an old witch put a spell on me. Man, I can't remember in elementary school like singing that at the top of my lungs. And word for word, and all the kids were like, whoa, man.
Yeah. But like the animation's awful, but the writing is top notch. Like
Well done.
I remember in the theater, I saw that in the theaters. I remember distinctly laughing I was legit falling on the ground, laughing my ass off with my dad on the squirrel and the wolf. Cause
The wolf is like one of the most underrated. Let's be
yeah,
real.
Patrick, I forgot his name.
I was going to say Swayze, but it's
no,
not. Patrick Stewart?
No. That's like a talk show host or something.
Patrick Starr?
Getting closer. Yeah. Patrick Ewing or something like that.
But that's a basketball player. He was in Space Jam.
Hold on.
He played the dude in Emperor's New Groove. He played Kronk.
Yeah, and he played Putty in Seinfeld.
Yeah, he was
Talk
also.
to me, babe.
He also played in Ted, the guy that was tripping all the nerds.
Patrick Warburton.
Yeah, I would have never
Patrick
gotten
Warburton,
that. He plays
yeah.
Joe,
Yeah.
Family Guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
Joe. Yeah, kills the role.
100%, best role. Anne Hathaway did a solid job.
She got annoying, but she had her moment. She was the stray character.
Yeah, every
Granny
straight
pissed me off. Hated the granny.
We talk about the best character. The German dude.
Oh, yeah, that's-
Schnitzel, the favorite street.
Funniest scene I've ever. I still crack up.
That's honestly though one of those movies you pop it in now, we'd still laugh watching
Yeah.
it. It's that funny.
I can't imagine. I'm not a stoner, but I can't imagine watching it high.
Exactly.
I'd be cracking up probably.
Bucket list.
What can I say? I was
Raised by a wolf. That's such a good film.
That's-
The little frog director that they have for the guy.
The detective.
Yeah, baby, we'll call you back.
Oh yeah, the lizard.
Yeah, the little lizard.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's
and
my
there's so
third.
many like funny little short lines in that movie too. Like by the
The schnitzel is the girl. What the fuck's this guy talking about?
or the squirrel in the back that gets his car destroyed like 3 times. And he's just hilarious.
Yeah, that's my third.
My last one. I'm debating which one to put because they're both iconic. I'm gonna go with the first one, and that would be the original Shrek.
All right.
The original Shrek is obviously the best DreamWorks animated film ever made. That's not a question, unless you talk about the second Shrek. Because the second Shrek just as good. I don't want to talk about the other two, but perfect cast with Mike Myers and Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, whoever plays Lord Farquaad. It's one of those things where it's like an hour and a half, but it goes by like that.
Yeah.
It's funny and it's just nostalgic as a kid watching Welcome to Dulof. There's a perfect. You remember that scene where they first get into Lord Farquaad?
Fire goes off.
Yeah,
Or something.
and then Eddie Murphy, donkeys, and just him going back and forth with Shrek. Hilarious. Obviously love Donkey, not just because I'm an Eddie Murphy guy, because he's a funny character. That's the second one, I think.
Yeah.
Are we there yet?
It slowly goes insane. Slowly comes in the shot. Just
Lord Farquaad, he's a tool. But the scene in that with the three, my lord.
Three, my lord.
And then I'll take number 3. If you like pina coladas. Great soundtrack, too.
Yeah, I don't give a damn about my bad reputation.
And then obviously All-Star. All-Star would not be where it is today without Shrek.
Yeah.
Brought back a song from the 60s, the Monkey song. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her.
Living a vida loca.
That's Shrek 2, but yeah.
Okay, same movie.
I don't remember the third. I don't think the third one had that anthem.
No.
That the first 2 had. But yeah, Shrek, and I guess Shrek 2 is an asterisk, or my final pick for this Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
I need time to think about it.
I'm going to need time.
I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. And I saw
Wally.
her
I'm just
face.
kidding.
I've never really seen Wally all the way through.
That's all right.
It's one of those
dark.
movies like Ratatouille, where as a kid it doesn't have that energy to it.
That's dark.
So kind of like I zone out.
I saw it in theaters. It was dark.
I saw it Thanksgiving like 08 or 09. Like we woke up early in the morning to go. This is how dated it is. We woke up to go to Walmart for Black Friday to get a Wii.
Yeah.
And then it was like 6 in the morning, and someone put it on because we bought it with the Wii, and then I fell asleep watching it. So
Yeah.
that's my Wally experience. I'm trying never to watch it.
I'll just go Toy Story. 'Cause
That's
a
a good
classic.
one. Out of the 3, though, which one do you think? Or 4, I guess.
Toy Story 4 is at the very bottom.
I haven't seen the 4th.
Don't waste your time.
Okay.
The 3 was the perfect ending.
I still love the second one, man.
Yeah, seconds. Yeah, great.
When she loved me.
God. Yeah,
My boy, what's his name? Chicken Man. Big Al's Toy Barn.
yeah, Wayne Knight.
I never even thought about that till now. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I go Toy Story too.
All right. I would have put that as an honorable mention. We meet again, Buzz Lightyear, for the last time. Zurg or whatever.
Yeah,
Zurg or whatever
Zurg.
his name is.
Zurg.
Yeah. And then the T-Rex. I finally defeated Zurg.
Zurg.
Zurg?
Yeah.
Zurg?
Evil Emperor Zurg.
Zurg?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
I think
Zurg.
that's about 50 minutes.
That's our Mount Rushmore. That's this episode.
Bunch of random shit.
I don't know what we're going to put as a title. We'll figure it out. Thanks, you guys, for listening. Please like this video. Subscribe to our Completely Biased channel. We appreciate you if you're watching this on my personal channel, but we would greatly appreciate it if you subscribe to the Completely Biased channel. Comment below on topics you want us to talk about. We're not getting stale, to say the least, but we're always open to other conversations to have. If you like what you're hearing, let us know. If there's something we can improve on, let us know. We appreciate the support.
Also, check out the Criticals, great local band. Finally getting some steam.
Absolutely. They're blowing up on Spotify
Yeah.
and YouTube.
Yeah. I'm happy for them. I helped them out a few times, engineered, written with them a few times. So go check them out. We use their songs for the intro and outro. So yeah. Also, we might be getting our friends on here to do a little Mystery Gang podcast. We've been talking about that with them.
I mean, a completely different vibe than what you've been hearing, but it'll be entertaining.
They're great guys. They're great debaters, great storytellers, and they'll be fun to have on.
Absolutely.
And it'll be like just crime-solving stuff. They're really excited about
Conspiracy theories.
that. Y'all will love them.
Exactly.
It'll be cool to have different minds on here, too.
100%.
Especially with them. So, yeah.
All right. See you, Brandon.
See you, Zach.